Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Somua SM. It's the Tier 8 French premium heavy tank, and it's located on the north spawn of Prokhorovka, and is under the command of Microdrive. Now, this tank has a 100mm gun, and it was actually designed in a competition to design the next French heavy tank. They started work on it in 1946. And AMX were developing the AMX 50 at the same time, and when they put the prototype through trials, unfortunately it came off worse than the AMX 50, so they discontinued any further work on the Somua and they developed the AMX 50 instead. Now it's got a 4-shot magazine, or was it 5 shots? 5-shot magazine. And I happen to have one of these myself, and it is a Ridgeline Warrior because it's got really good gun depression. And an enemy's been spotted, and it's a Tiger 2. Now, let's see what he can do. He's got 120 penetration with the these 100mm rounds. Well, sorry, not 120 penetration. What am I talking about? 232 penetration, 300 hit points of damage alpha. Okay. Nobody comes to view, but that bulldog looks as if he's trying to poke the ridgeline, and if that's the case, he might be able to put a round into him. The alternative is, as soon as the enemy is spotted on the hill, we can start putting rounds into them. But from this position at the moment, he's fairly well hidden. Hasn't been spotted yet. You can see from here, he can get good shots on the hill. Okay, so T-44-100 over there. Might be able to get shots on him. If he pulls forward, he's pulling back. Ah, here comes the M41. And he's pushing, should come into view. He's on the far side of the ridgeline. He is receiving fire. Oh, no, we've briefly seen the top of his turret, but that's about all. He's moving very quickly. In fact, that's what you should do if you're in a scout on this ridgeline. You have to keep moving. If you stay still, you are dead. Okay, so he's going to move forward. There's a Reveler Say. You can put shots into that. First round in. Fires a second, but no results. Pulling back. Now, the one thing you can say about the Somua is it doesn't have great armor. What it does have is a fantastic fire rate and pretty good reload rate as well. It's 2.25 seconds between each shot, and it's about 37 seconds, I think, on the reload for a full magazine. But the thing is that if you're facing off against an enemy, you can fire 5 shots in quick succession into their lower plate, virtually wipe out their hit points in one fell swoop, and then just drop back to reload. And if your teammates can then hold the enemy in place, then you can devastate one tank every time, leaving them virtually hit pointless at the end. And he's moving forward, pushing forward, and he can get shots on the Tiger, and he gets 316 but pulls back. He's just a little too far forward. There's no Arty in this game, so he doesn't have to worry about moving forward, being spotted and getting struck, but he's gone for a reload. It's 35.18 seconds actually on the full reload, but that's actually better than the 40-ton. The AMX 40-ton's only got 4 shots and around about the same time for reload, about 37 seconds I think. Now he's trying to stay clear of that T26C5. There's the 50-ton. Now he can fire through the house. He's just got standard AP. Got 25 rounds of APCR as well, and 10 rounds of HE. We lost the T26 to a P44. Now that P44 is probably up on the hill. And that doesn't bode well. That means that there is an enemy who was able to see the T26 from some distance away. I think he's up on the hill. But unfortunately our guys aren't moving forward on the hill, but they are taking damage on that 50 TP, the Polish tier 8, the Prototypo. This is rather awkward. There's none of the enemies seem to be poking the ridgeline at all. There's nobody in sight on the hill, so there's nobody for us to fire up there. If we keep poking this line here, we're likely to get hit from the hill, because that's how the T-26 got killed. Okay, he's got some targets in sight on the far side of the battlefield. There's a Progetto. Oh, that's the T-26 E5. And you see, this is exactly what the Somua can do. He can just blast away like that. 10 shots, 5 shots in, kills the enemy just like that, pulls back, reloads, and then repeats. Rinse, repeat, start again. Looks like the Tiger 2 might be the next target. Either that or the 50 TP. I'm surprised he didn't get hit from the hill. The 44 Pantera, the one that actually killed the T-26E5 to our left, he's now in sight up on the hill. And the trick here is to actually learn that you can fire through the railway line, up at a target like that, and he's loaded. 1 round in, 2, yes, he's tracked him. Fires again, keep firing. And that one hits the FD4202, and he's getting rounds into that one as well. He should have gone back to the Pantera though, because Pantera was cleanly tracked. He got some good damage there, 2,645 hit points so far. I think he picked up at least 2k from killing the T-26E5 and getting rounds into both the Pantera and the FD4202. And the Pantera's now, oh, the Bulldog's in sight. He's gone up on the hill. And in fact, he's coming down from the hill because they've killed the defenders. So he's going to have to retreat from the ridge line, pull back and try and defend the cap at the rear, because all we've got is the Striv in the rear. So good tactical thinking. He knows that the enemy have got the hill. He can see the 50 TP is turning, it's coming up to the ridge line now. He's trying to push. So he's turned around. Well, if the 50 TP is going to come up to the ridgeline, he can use his ridgeline abilities, his gun depression, to go up and kill that 50 TP. That means he's got nobody behind him. Well, the Bulldog has now reached the STRV. So we could be about to lose the STRV. There's the 50 TP. Okay, you shoot through the house. Oh, the 50 TP goes down. He's taken out by our Rebel Arise. And we can see the Bulldog is now making, getting shots onto the STRV, but he's fighting back. He's circling the STRV, which is bad news for the STRV because it means almost certainly he's not going to survive. Our T-44 has gone up to try and assist. Oh, and he's putting shots into the M41, but we lose the STRV. And the enemy lose their Bulldog. Now, scores are even. There's 10 apiece. We know where most of the enemy are, and they've got theirs in the rear on the west side of the map. Our Rebel Arise is holding a position which is high on the hill, so he's got observation on the enemy. Our Scorpion G has moved further forward. The T-44 is, well, he's off to the west side of the map. That does leave it rather open though to the FD4202 and the P-44 Pantera. And the question is, will they try to push on the cap? Well, if the T-44 stays where he is and watches the cap, then we can quickly come back to help the T-44 in that case. But he is moving south. It's a bit of a risk. We'll see if that pays off. Now we're far enough away from the FD42 and the P44 that we don't know that they can't see us. But firing that round off might have revealed our position. Yep, there's the Tiger. We can see him now. He's in the open, and 1 round in. 2 rounds in. I don't think he can see us. 3 rounds in. 4 doesn't go through. And we're pulling back for a reload. That Alpine Tiger is now in a world of hurt. And the 4202 has actually come down to the railway line. We're not loaded. This could be awkward. We're in sight, but he wasn't able to pen us. We've blocked a shot for 230. Now, almost certainly that P44 is close. Ah, we just got hit by the P44. And he's actually behind us in the west side of the map. So he has managed to get across. And now the Rebel Arise is going to have to deal with something behind him. The Oho and the T44 are pushing forward. Microdrive is headed to the cap area. I think he's going to try and use the ridgeline. There's the P44. We're loaded now. We've got 5 rounds. Going to try and use the ridgeline and take him out. P44 has been hit. Oh, he's been killed. I think it was the Scorpion G who got him. But that means now the FB4202's got to deal with Microdrive. He doesn't have to worry about being hit from behind. I don't think we can see exactly where he was hit, but no, can't see it. But there's the FB4202. Turning to face him, bounces 1 round. First round goes in. Second goes in. Next one should kill him, and it does. 196. Is he going to pop for a reload? He should. He's only got 4 rounds ammo left though in this particular of AP. So he's only going to go for a partial reload of AP instead of a full load of APCR. And that's something I've actually learnt myself. If you're in a battle, do keep an eye on the ammo states, because if you have a partial reload, as he did earlier in the battle, it could mean that you're actually loading a small magazine load, 1 shell short, and you might need that shell when it comes to actually any face-to-face confrontation. So if you do see your ammo state is low, and it is there in the HUD, do opt to go to a full magazine of another type of ammo. Okay, there's the Rebel Arise. Now we're going to have to go all the way down because we can't cut across at the midline and come down on him. We're going to have to try and get up to the first crossing, which we're almost at, and then come across and try and kill the Rebel Arise from behind. Oh, and he's been wiped out. So that's the end of the game. He was the last enemy. So only 2 kills for Microdrive, but he did pick up something else. And he's got the High Calibre. Yes, it was a first-class tanker for Microdrive in the Somua SM. He also managed to pick up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 5 exactly. He got a 5 for effect for dealing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. The High Calibre for dealing the most damage in the battle. And he managed to pick up a Tanker-Sniper as well. He did the most damage at a distance of at least 300 meters, fired at least 8 shots, got 85% accuracy, and 80% of the shots must cause some damage. And he did extremely well to get the Tanker-Sniper. It's not an easy medal to get hold of, and I quite enjoyed getting my first Tanker-Sniper, I must admit. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he did the most damage of all, 4,699 hit points. The highest the enemy could get was their Scorpion. He managed 3,436. And the next highest one on our team was also our Scorpion, 2,856. When it came to kills, it was the Rebel Arise. He did 5 kills. The highest the enemy could get was their Bulldog. He managed 4 kills. And then our Scorpion managed 3. And of course, then Microdrive was a little further down in 5th place with 2 kills. And we didn't look at XP there. If we look at XP, Microdrive managed 1,294 hit points, XP rather. He didn't manage to get an ace tanker. It was only a first class with that particular score, which must mean that there are a lot of people playing the Somua SM, and the standard must be incredibly high in order to get an ace tanker. The highest the enemy could get was 598, and that was from the Pantera, who managed to cross across the battlefield to the west side of the map without being spotted, and then fire on Microdrive from behind. Let's have a look at the detail report now. Well, he fired 21 shots, he got 18 direct hits, 16 penetration. He did damage of 4,699 hit points, of which 2,391 was at more than 300 meters. Most of those shots are on the tanks that are up on the hill, as well as the Alpine Tiger. He received 3 hits during the battle. 1 was a penetration, 2 were non-penetrations. He also blocked damage of 460 hit points. All the blocked shots were from the FP4202, just couldn't get a penetration on him, which is surprising really, considering that the Somua SM is a bit of a glass cannon. He did damage 6 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did damage assistance of 807 hit points. On a premium account, he earns 129,920 credits. He also had a personal reserves bonus gain at the same time for 50%, so he picked up an additional 64,959, which made this game 194,880 credits in total. But after repair and ammunition resupply, and the ammo is fairly cheap, he actually took away 171,718 credits for a battle that only lasted 12 minutes, and that's a score that you'd be proud of in a front-line battle lasting over half an hour. He received 1,941 XP, times 5 for the first victory of the day, and he picked up a bonus 194 for this being a premium vehicle, so he took away 9,899 experience points altogether. So brilliant result if you think about it, for getting a High Calibre and a Tanker-Sniper. Didn't get a large number of kills, but he certainly did a lot of damage to the enemy, and that's what counts in this battle. So congratulations Microdrive on your Somua battle. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.